Multicultural Festival. I'm Laura Lee Fletcher, one of the board members of the festival, and I get to introduce one of my favorite acts of the whole weekend, the Invoktress Dance Troupe. So Invoktress are longtime friends and performers at the festival, and they're going to be performing for us this afternoon. The Invoktress Dance Troupe was established in 2003 by Guelph dancer Ishra Blanco. They are an award-winning sisterhood of strong, creative, and talented women who demonstrate through their dance a celebration of diversity and a dedication to achieving a high caliber of dance. Although trained primarily in belly dance, they each have a unique training and experience in a variety of many other dance forms, which is expressed through their versatility, innovation, and storytelling aspects that they are known for. Today's presentation is an example of that diversity and range of dance forms. Three of Invoktress's long-term members, Ishra, Minerva, and Mary Snow, are going to each present to you a different style of dance. We are going to start with Invoktress's founder and creative director, Ishra Blanco. Over to you, Ishra.
Hello, we are absolutely thrilled to be part of the Multicultural Festival this year. And normally it would be outdoors, but we are very happy that it can still continue online. So thank you very much for joining us. And as Laura Lee said, I'll be performing with my dance sisters, Mary and Minerva, who I've known for a very long time. And we'll be performing a few different cultural styles. So if you've ever seen us before, we mainly do belly dance, but today we're going to show off some of our other dances, cultural dances that we have also studied. So today I'll be performing Polynesian dance, which originates from Polynesian islands in the Pacific. And I'm personally Filipino, and we do share the same cultural roots as Polynesian, so about like thousands of years ago. And me studying this dance form, I feel it in my bones. So I really love this specific dance form. And today I'll be demonstrating a few different styles. So I'll be demonstrating hula. The second one is Tahitian. And then the third one, I'll be using a percussive instrument covered in feathers called the uli uli. So that'll be my third one. And then just some background on hula, which is the first one that I'm doing. Hula, there's a lot of storytelling in it. So it reflects their philosophy, it reflects their epic stories, it reflects their gods and goddesses, it reflects their deep connection and respect for nature. So you'll see a few, I'll be doing a lot of hand movements, and it's, like I said, storytelling. So I wanted to teach you a few of the movements so that way you can recognize a few of them while I'm dancing. So one of them is moon, so the moon, and we place our hands. You can try this out at home if you want. Place our hands here and then make a beautiful big circle, and that is the moon. Another one that we do often is birds. There's some beautiful birds in Hawaii. I have been to Maui myself, and this is how we do a bird. And again, a great respect for nature. And also forest. I'll show you that one as well. And this is forest. So one of the verses that I do, I'm going to show you the hand movements because it's not in English. So you can see what I'm saying. And the verse is a kiss. Good night, oh sweet moonlight, as the gentle falling rains fall, a beautiful bird anoints the fragrant forest. So there's an example of some of the great deep respect for nature. All right, I will get started, and I'll be doing one after the other. Here we go. Not the song I was expecting. I'm just going to go to another song. Sorry about that. Okay. Here we go. Come on. We've got to play a little bit of DJ here. Okay, and I'll put the other song on. Here we go. This one is Tahitian. Okay, so those are the three that I presented today. And thank you for all the comments. A few things that are coming up for Invoktress. Just excuse me while I'm breathy. Our Belly Blush, first of all, is coming up, and that is June 26th, which is also an online event. And you can check our website for more details. That's our student recital. So over 2 years that we've been doing that. As well, this summer, for the first time, I'm going to be teaching Kehlani dance outdoors in the park. So if you want to come and join me, you're welcome to come. And Kehlani dance is Polynesian dance fitness, and it was created by a Samoan woman. So it is a person of the culture, and I am certified in it. So it is a combination of Polynesian dance as well as yoga and Pilates. So check out our website, details to come soon. And then also check out our belly dance student recital as well. Next up is Minerva, who I have known for probably 15 years now. She's a dear friend, and today she is going to be presenting Mexican folklore. So off to you, Minerva.
Hi, my name is Minerva, and I was born and raised in Mexico, and today I'm going to be performing for you Mexican folklore. This is the first time that I will have an opportunity to do that in Canada. I moved to Canada in 1996, and although I danced and performed throughout my childhood and my teenage years, since I come into Canada, I didn't find a company nearby in Guelph where I would be able to continue my studies and continue to perform. So it is a great honor and a pleasure to be able to perform this for you today. And I hope you enjoy it.
quiere canelón que coma pescado. Y si acaso como canelón que sea bacalao. Y si acaso como canelón que sea bacalao.
Okay, I'll just grab a chair here so I can sit with you. Whew, that's a lot of work. So as I was saying, I haven't had an opportunity to perform Mexican folklore for quite some time. So it was a really nice way to focus for the past little while to train and perform this for you. A lot of the folkloric dances in Mexico have an influence from Spain because Spain colonized Mexico in 1521, and each region or state has its own very typical dances, and the costumes are typically very colorful, as I'm sure you might have seen some photos or if you've had an opportunity to travel. The music is influenced oftentimes based on the ethnic groups, the indigenous groups, and some of the European influences. So sometimes part of the northern states will have an influence of polka or waltz as well. The indigenous dances that are often represented are tied to rituals that would have been part of the Aztec and Mayan cultures, and they are representative of what might have been performed back in the day. Nowadays, there's a few companies that tour within Mexico and internationally as well. There are a few typical instruments that are from Veracruz, and that is the region that's the state that I am from, and that is the dance that I performed today. One of them is the harp, and you might have heard that as the song started today. My costume isn't authentic because I didn't have an opportunity with the pandemic to source a costume, but what I did is I tried to represent the best I could and emulate all of the pieces. The costume is usually a very large white skirt that is made from sheer material, that it is also in layers, as this one is. And it has a slight train at the back, so it is usually a fairly long and very wide skirt. And it consists of an underskirt that would be worn for modesty because the top skirt would be sheer. And it has an apron that would be embroidered. I don't know if you can see, but the apron would be embroidered with very bright colored flowers, typically reds or hot pink. And you would have a fan and either pearls or gold necklaces and a shawl that is usually made from a type of lace or typically called mantilla. And you have a rebozo, which is a rectangular type shawl. The flowers that people wear on their hair are, depending on the side that the women would wear it, it would be representative of your relationship status. So if you were taken or in a relationship, then you would have it on your left side, and if you were single, then you would have them on the right side. And we sometimes the white costumes, the origin is said to have been also part of a bridal or a wedding outfit that would have been worn. As you can see, the Spanish influence from the footwork and from flamenco style shoe wear that is utilized, and it is to accompany the music as well. I don't know if there were any questions or if there was anything in the chat, Laura, that you wanted me to answer.
Well, everybody is just talking about how beautiful you all are. Not a ton of questions right now,
Okay.
but I'll keep track of them and we'll talk about them at the end.
Okay, sounds good. When I was growing up, I had an opportunity to learn more than just this dance. I performed many different dances, and I really do miss it quite a bit. The only company that I am aware of, if you are interested in following or learning about them, is out of Toronto, and they are called Puro Mexico. They do have an Instagram account as well as a Facebook page. But up next, then you have Mary Snow. Mary is going to be showcasing belly dance today, and Isha, Mary, and I have known each other for quite some time, since about 2005, and we have formed a very strong friendship, and we have a beautiful group of women that are able to support each other and are a wonderful community. So next up, you have Mary.
Thank you so much, Minerva. I loved your dance. It just made my heart so happy to see you performing that. And I also loved Ishra's Polynesian performance as well. It just shows you how diverse we truly are in the Invultures troupe. So today I'm going to present to you what is commonly known as belly dance. So besides Ishra, who was the founder of the troupe, I've been the longest member, and I'm currently the managing director of the troupe, as well as a choreographer and instructor. So I started my belly dance studies with Ishra in 2003, so I've been doing it for quite a while, and I've since been with her, but also have concurrently studied with like a variety of instructors in many styles. Actually, yesterday I did 5 hours of training with 3 different instructors in different styles. So that just goes to show how diverse belly dance in itself is. And under normal circumstances, I would be performing belly dance at events. We often travel to the United States and across Ontario and to Quebec, and performing at weddings, shows, festivals such as this one, and at restaurants. And actually under normal time, I am the resident dancer at Retour Bistro, which is a Lebanese restaurant here in Guelph. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a history of belly dance before I show you my performance. So like I mentioned, belly dance is a generic term. It's actually an Americanized term, and it actually is a huge umbrella term that encompasses a huge range of styles that many dances from the Middle East and North Africa falls under. It was born out of social dances, which are done in social settings like family gatherings and weddings. And as a result, the nature at its core, this dance is largely improvised and is done with feeling. Like, these are some paramount qualities of this dance. It is hard for people to agree on exactly how old it is because of this folkloric and social roots. But belly dance, the version that is most recognized by North Americans and many outside of the Middle Eastern geography, is what's called Raq Sharqi, which translates to Oriental dance. And this version is actually a relatively recent creation. It was established in the 1920s in Egypt when a Cairo nightclub owner named Badia Masami brought this folkloric social dance more to the stage to entertain many of the foreign tourists that were visiting at the time. And this was done with live grand orchestras. And because of the stage adaptation, this influenced the dance to become more grand and dramatic with flashier costumes. And there was also a huge moment of exposure for belly dance in the mid-1900s with the boom of the Egyptian cinema industry, where belly dancers graced the screens of many films. The Egyptian film industry actually at the time was the 3rd largest in the world, and this period is known as the golden era of belly dance. So today, belly dance has expanded and morphed in many styles and across the globe, where every geographic location has their very distinct versions. Even in the Middle East, there are stylistic differences between belly dance in Egypt, Lebanon, and Turkey, for example. It is found in many environments, in restaurants, in nightclubs, at weddings, in competitions now, festivals like such as this one, and private parties like engagement parties, celebrations, corporate events, birthdays, and large and small stage shows. What I love about belly dance and why I've been staying with it for so long, one is because I love how varied and diverse it is. I can always be learning. Also, probably likely because of its roots in being a social dance, it is quite accessible to many people of ages and body types and abilities, and I think that is a very beautiful aspect of belly dance. I always encourage anyone to try who are interested. And if you are Ishra, your first presenter, she does offer classes from the beginner level all the way to advanced. And so that is a brief history of the dance form. So let me tell you what is unique about it before I perform, and then maybe you can have a little context around that. So what sets it apart is well, first of all, it's not just the belly. It's called belly dance, but it is the whole body, and it is largely about the art of isolation. So it's about articulating certain parts of the body while leaving others still. And what I'll show you are some examples just of what I mean. So you want to have a rooted and lifted posture, meaning that your lower half is grounded firmly into the ground and the top half is lifted. And from here, you have the ability to move, and you want your weight centered between your feet. And this dance is also known to having sharp and soft movements. So an example of a sharp movement is something like a hip exit. And this is a very common movement in the dance form. An example of a soft movement is a chest circle. So here where I do a chest circle, I want to keep the rest of the body quiet. And then if you want to break down the chest circle into something sharp, you can break that down into fours like that. Another movement that we're known for, I think this is pretty iconic, is the sit kick, where we are isolating this hip drop, like so. And our arms, there's a number of ways you can use our arms. These are some basic snake arms. And you can use your arms to frame the body. Maybe while you're doing a sit kick, you want to frame that hip. Or if you want to do a head slide, you can frame it like your head like this. Another movement is the undulation. Basically, this is a roll down from the top to the bottom. And just so you know, every single one of these movements can take months of training to get down. So if you're trying and you're like, I don't even know what my body is doing, don't even worry about it. A lot of these I'm still working on to this day. So this is like if you took a rolling pin and you rolled yourself down like this. So this is an undulation. And then of course, everyone's favorite is the shimmy. And there are many, many different styles of shimmies. But if you think about bending and straightening your legs, you're going to alternate your legs. You're going to bend and straighten. And then you're going to try to keep that range of motion with your knees. And then you're going to gradually speed it up until you get a nice shimmy and things are flying and wiggling, and that it feels good, and that is how it should be. So I wanted to also mention that as part of the festival, Invoktress does have a pre-recorded performance, and if you go there, you can actually see an example of a folkloric style called Saidi, and this is done with Tekti, which is actually a martial art. You can see that done with the three of us. And as well, I have a presentation of a classical Egyptian piece that is mixed with a modern belly dance as well. So if you want to see more please check out the pre-recorded video that we have up as part of the festival. And what I'm going to show you is a melody, and it starts with a taksim. So what a taksim is an improvised solo. And so in the music, there is a long violin solo that starts off the song. And I'm going to dance to that, also improvising to the music. Because like I mentioned, what this dance has a lot of, it should be like a lot of heart and a lot of feeling. And then but the word melody, it represents a couple of things. It represents a specific percussive beat in the music, and which is shown in this song. It also is a style, which means by the people. So I will perform for you. This is actually a dance that I choreographed for the troupe, and I am adapting it as a solo. Let me get that music started. Oh, I'm gonna turn on my flashy lights too. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that performance and that beautiful piece of Middle Eastern music as well. Thank you so much for joining us for our performance today. If you have any questions or want to reach us for lessons or in regular time bookings or any other information, please check out our website and all of our socials at InfoTris. And thank you and have a beautiful rest of your evening.
Thank you so much, Mary. That was fantastic. I do have a few questions. Do you guys have a minute to answer a couple?
Sure, absolutely.
I wanted to point out with the belly dancing, I had someone comment that they recognize it as an Arabic, from their Arabic culture, and that they could so see it as a wedding dance or something you would hear at a wedding or see at a
Yes.
wedding.
Yes, we performed at many weddings. We love performing at weddings.
Yeah.
Arabic weddings are the best. They're fun and vibrant and lots of dancing, lots of celebration. So,
They
yes.
It seems like you're almost like in seducing, or you're putting people almost into a trance. Is that one of the things that that you're trying to do when you do those dances?
I don't know about seduction specifically. I know for me, a lot of it is about connection and entertainment. I mean, I don't think there's denying that the costumes can be a bit sexy and the moves can be, I guess, suggestive to some people. But I think that they're very natural movements to the body, and it's movements that feel good. And there's a lot of differing opinions about what's acceptable in that regard or not. But I know I know for our perspective, a lot of it is like entertaining and storytelling and connecting with an audience.
People really love the three of you together, and just the fact that you're such a powerful group of strong women, and so that's something I wanted to mention you. And then also I'll mention too, in the pre-recorded performance, the first song that you guys do, you guys are just amazing, powerful women. So it's really, really, really wonderful to see.
It's actually interesting about that piece. It's actually titled "Nasty Women."
Oh, is it? It's great. And
yes.
then, if you don't know too, Mary has another video on the pre-recorded performances too, where she does a Vietnamese fan dance. So it's really spectacular.
Yes. It was asked if I would be able to demonstrate that as part of the live, but the Vietnamese dances are often always done in large groups, and so I adapted it as a solo performance. But I just think for me to present as a live like kind of tutorial or dance, it would be a little more difficult. But maybe one day when I can be with people again.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll be back again next year. We always look forward to performances for sure. And then so in the classes that Ishra does, are they just belly dancing, or are there other forms of dance that she teaches as well? Or probably you as well.
Myself, I don't teach regularly, just time commitments, etc. And Ishra is so excellent. I'm happy to refer anyone to her. So yes, she does offer classes in Raqs Sharqi, which is like classical ballet dance. She also does offer a number of fusion styles. So as you can see, she is a very multifaceted performance artist with lots of training and lots of different genres. And she is very good at bringing elements of all her dance training together, which it becomes a very unique fusion style that she can also offer. And then, like she mentioned, she is offering a Kalani dance this summer, which is more of her Polynesian-based dance too.
Yeah, I think I want to try that one out.
Yes, I encourage everyone. She's an excellent teacher. That's why I've been with her for a million years.
All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I had today. Thank you again for everything. You guys were beautiful and powerful, and we just all enjoyed it so much. So thanks again.
We love being part of the festival, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks.